Right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to talk about something that's been going all around, and I'm sure it's going to work out totally fine. I'm positive on it. Trump releases long-awaited Middle East peace plan. Well, let's see how this is going to go. U.S. President Trump has presented his long-awaited Middle East peace plan, promising to keep Jerusalem as Israel's undivided capital. He proposed, which again, that's totally going to work well with the Palestinians and the Israelis. Absolutely, everything's fine. Trust me. So he proposed an independent Palestinian state and the recognition of Israel sovereignty over West Bank settlements, which again, that doesn't make sense at all. Standing alongside Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House, Mr. Trump said his proposals could be the last opportunity for Palestinians. Sure. Why not? Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas dismissed the plans as a conspiracy. I say to Trump and Netanyahu, Jerusalem is not for sale. All our rights are not for sale and are not for bargain. And your deal, the conspiracy, will not pass, he said in a televised address. So the blueprint, which aims to solve one of the world's longest-running conflicts, was drafted under the stewardship of Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, which, again, this is all going to work really well. Thousands of Palestinians protested in Gaza Strip earlier on Tuesday while the Israeli military deployed reinforcements and probably aggressively shot a bunch of people, as they usually do. But hey, it's going to work out. The joint announcement came as both Trump and Netanyahu faced political challenges at home, and Mr. Trump, the subject of an impeachment trial in the U.S. Senate, which probably is not going to go anywhere at all, which I'll actually talk about that in a little bit. While the Israeli Prime Minister on Tuesday dropped his bid for immunity on corruption charges, both men deny any wrongdoing. Of course, so would I. David Freeman, the U.S. ambassador to Israel, said the timing of the announcement was not tied to any political development, adding it had been fully baked for some time, I'm sure. Meanwhile, reports said Netanyahu was planning to press ahead with annexing 30% of the occupied West Bank with a cabinet vote due on Sunday. So again, I love that. They're like, hey, let's have a Palestinian-Israeli peace settlement where we'll give the Palestinians more land and we'll give them a little bit of Jerusalem as well. But in the meantime, we're going to annex 30% more of the West Bank. That should make them happy. More than 400,000 Israelis live in West Bank settlements, and those settlements are considered illegal under international law, although Israel disputes this. Of course they do. What are Trump's key proposals? Today, Israel takes a big step towards peace. Just after they annex 30% more of the West Bank. Just after they do, okay? Like let's annex 30% and then take a big step towards peace. Oosh. My vision presents a win-win opportunity for both sides, a realistic two-state solution that resolves the risk of Palestinian statehood to Israel's security. Sure it will, Trump. His proposals are: the U.S. will recognize Israeli sovereignty over territory that Trump's plan envisages being part of Israel. Totally. We'll just sort of force them to recognize that. Again, this is all going to work. Guys, why is everybody so skeptical? This is all going to work. The plan includes a conceptual map that Trump says illustrates the territorial compromises that Israel is willing to make. Because when I think Israeli-Palestinian drama and who should get what land, I think Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I think anybody, who's the one person in the world that's going to put all this together? Trump, right? Because you don't need a reason. The map will more than double the Palestinian territory and provide a Palestinian capital in eastern Jerusalem, where Mr. Trump said the U.S. would open an embassy. The Palestinian Liberation Organization said Trump's plan would give Palestinians control over 15% of what it called historic Palestine. So 15%, that's pretty good, I guess. Jerusalem will remain Israel's undivided capital. Both Israel and the Palestinians hold competing claims to the holy city. So the Palestinians insist that East Jerusalem, which Israel occupied since 1967 Middle East War, be the capital of their future state. An opportunity for Palestinians to achieve an independent state of their very own. However, he gave few details, even though they had independent state. What was it, like 80 years ago? But it's just not. We can't talk about those details, right? No Palestinians or Israelis will be uprooted from their homes, suggesting that existing Jewish settlements in the Israeli-occupied West Bank will remain. And the 30% that's going to be annexed very soon, that too, or like, are we not talking about that? This is all going to work. Israel will work with the King of Jordan to ensure that the status quo governing the key holy site in Jerusalem, known to the Jews as the Temple Mountain, Al-Haram, Al-Sharif, to Muslims, is preserved. Jordan runs the religious trust that administers the site. So, yeah, this is probably going to be fine. So what has their reaction been? Let's hear about it. In this address, President Abbas said it was impossible for any Palestinian, Arab, Muslim, or Christian child to accept a Palestinian state without Jerusalem as its capital. So I guess they want, like, the whole thing. We say 1,000 times, no, 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 he said. We rejected this deal from the start, and our stance was correct, subjectively correct, but sure, why not? The militant Palestinian Islamist group Hamas, which controls the Gaza Strip, which they think they control the Gaza Strip, but it's probably actually more like Israel, and they just kind of like believe that they do. Again, this is all going to work just fine. There's no drama here. Everyone's going to come to a totally peaceful solution here. Also rejected the deal, which said it aimed to liquidate the Palestinian National Project. The UN said it remained committed to a two-state solution based on the borders in place before the 1967 war, when Israel seized the West Bank and Gaza. A spokesperson for Secretary General Antonio Guterres said the UN wanted a peace deal on the basis of UN resolutions, international law, and bilateral agreements. So that is the update of Trump's Middle East peace plan, and I think it's going to work. I think everything's fine. I think Trump has got this, because, like, like as I was saying before, when I think who's going to be the arbiter of all this, probably Trump, right? Because he knows so much about the Israeli and Palestinian war going on. It's going to be just fine. But that's all I have for you guys in this news article. Stay tuned for many more news articles. I plan on producing, a video per article, and I'm going to be trying to do maybe a few a day, or at least as many as I can. And if you guys want to support the channel, I have donation links for cryptocurrency down below. And if you don't do the whole cryptocurrency thing, I have a Patreon link in the description, and that helps me keep pumping out those videos. So I appreciate you guys watching, and as usual, I'll see you all next time.